In today's video, I have all new Dollar Tree DIYs to share with you, so let's go. I have so many good DIYs to share with you. Now, if my voice sounds a little bit off to you, I've had laryngitis for the last week and a half, so I'm just now starting to film again. But I wanted to make sure I got these Christmas DIYs out to you as soon as possible so that you could recreate these items in your home. The gingerbread trend is really popular on Pottery Barn's website, and also on Anthropologie's site, they have these really fun wreaths. Some of them have these houses on them. So I wanted to put those two trends together. I've been waiting for Dollar Tree to have out their Christmas village houses so I could do this next DIY. So I finally found them. So what you're gonna need for this DIY are some fun Christmas villages. You're also going to need some of their small trees, and I recommend getting them in multiple sizes. Now I'm gonna be putting all of these on a wreath. So I just bought a basic wreath at Hobby Lobby. Now with my wreath, I'm going to spread out all the branches so it looks nice and really fluffy for when I start putting items on my wreath. With your houses and your trees, I'm gonna spray those with the color Warm Caramel. Now this is personal preference. I wanted mine to look like gingerbread, but you could do any color that you want. I did want to add some snow elements. So on my trees, as well as my wreath, I'm going to spray this product called Snow. That's just gonna give me that appearance of snow. Now, if you've watched any of my other DIY videos, you've probably seen me add puff paint to gingerbread items, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do here. So I'm gonna be using some white puff paint. I'm just gonna be bringing out the details in these smaller houses. So I'm gonna outline the roof areas, and I'm gonna outline some of the windows and add snow to it. I didn't completely do each of these houses, but I just wanted to add enough detail to each of them. Next, you're going to let this dry. Then you're gonna place your houses around your wreath. I found that 5 to 6 houses was probably the right number for this wreath. And I'm just gonna simply hot glue them onto my wreath. Next, I wanted to add in variation of tree sizes. So I had about 4 different sizes. So I started with my larger trees and hot glued those on, and then I filled it in with the smaller ones. I think this wreath would look so cute up for the holidays, and here's how it looks on my door. For this next DIY, you're gonna need 3 glass vases from Dollar Tree, and you're also going to need 3 of their trees. They have so many different trees. Just make sure whatever tree you get, it's going to fit inside those glass vases. You're also going to need some glue. So I went with this clear glue because I didn't want any white residue. Now I'm gonna be adding glue to the outside of my vase, but before I do that, I'm going to be creating a little oval that you're gonna be able to see my tree through. So I just got out some painter's tape. I added painter's tape in the shape of an oval to the front of my glass. And I did this with all 3 of them, trying to make them as even as possible.
Whatever we do, we will be all right. These holiday ones.
Next, I'm gonna use a foam brush to add on the glue to my jar.
It's just tonight come true.
And then I'll sprinkle faux snow around the edge of my glass jar. And I'll repeat this with all 3 of my jars.
Wanna be close to you. Hey.
Let the glue dry completely. Then you're gonna remove the tape from the front. Place a little bit of snow at the bottom, and then add in your trees. How cute do these look in a grouping of 3?
I only wanna be close to you.
found these gorgeous marble trees on Crate & Barrel's website, but I wasn't into the price. So I'm gonna try to recreate them and you'll have to let me know how I did. So I picked up these foam cone pieces and I also ordered some marble paper. I feel like the marble paper is really important here. It's just a marble laminate that I got off of Amazon. So I'm gonna start by figuring out how long of a laminate piece that I need. So I'm just going to, with the backing on, wrap it around my foam cones. I'll cut off any excess. Now I'm gonna start wrapping it around my foam tree. So I'm gonna pull off one side of the backing, place it on. I'll wrap it as tightly as possible around my cone. I'm gonna cut a straight line on the laminate and then continue to wrap it on the cone. Next, I'll trim the laminate off of the bottom of my cone. I'll leave about a centimeter below the foam cone on the bottom. Now I wanted to create a base for this, and Dollar Tree has these wood plaque pieces, so I'm gonna use that as my base. They also have these dowel rods in a pack of 2. So I just used my hacksaw to cut down where I wanted these dowel rods to be. Since they are the same size, I wanted one a little bit longer than the other. Once I get them cut down, I'm gonna use a combination of E6000 and hot glue to add them to my wood pieces. And then I'll put a little bit of faux snow at the base to cover up any extra glue. Let this dry for several hours, then you can come in and hot glue your foam trees to the top of the dowel rods. And here's how these marble trees turned out. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Comment the word of the day, which is Dollar Tree. If you're wondering what to do with all these cute Christmas plates that you see at Dollar Tree, here is an option for you. Get one of the clear bowls that they have at Dollar Tree. They have these out all year round. And then in the base of the bowl, you can put fun decorative Christmas items. Change this up however you want it. What I'm gonna be doing is adding some faux snow to the bottom. Then I'm gonna be adding in some red Dollar Tree ornaments. I'll put E6000 around the top of the bowl, and then I'll place on one of these cute Christmas plates. You can have these sitting out for the holidays, as cookies, or any treats you may have. Last year I created this reindeer from a Dollar Tree reindeer that I sprayed black, and I added some gold rub and buff, but I couldn't resist doing it again this year. So I found these cute little penguins. They have them in white, gold, and silver, which are really cute as is, but if you want it to be black, you can just spray it with 2 coats of a matte black spray paint. I think it's best to spray the underside of the penguin and the top of the penguin just to make sure you get all the areas. Once that dries, you can add on rub and buff. I just wanted a little bit of gold rub and buff. I will link to rub and buff down below if you're needing any of it, but just use a foam brush and wipe it onto its nose and onto its feet and wings. These little figurines look so cute sitting out. On one of my last Dollar Tree shopping trips, I found this house that, of course, I had to make gingerbread. Let me know if you guys are getting sick of this gingerbread trend, or maybe I'll stop, but I just love it so much. This house was $3. It was in the Dollar Tree Plus section. First, I'm gonna take out the candle that's at the bottom because I didn't want to get any spray paint on that. Next, I'm gonna spray it with the color Warm Caramel. Now, when I was spray painting, I had to make sure I got the inside of it because you can see that area. So I did a good job of getting probably 3 coats of spray paint on it. Once that was dry, I used that same white puff paint, and I'm just going to do a fun little scallop edge to the roof. And then I just tried to bring out all the details. So I went around the windows, I added in some fun, cute designs, but I just love it. Now with the puff paint, you wanna make sure you let this sit at least several hours to dry. I added back in the candle, and here's how it looks. Make sure you paint that subscribe button. If you're watching me on your phone, the subscribe button is right next to my channel name. Click the red subscribe button so it goes from red to gray. You can also click the notification bell so you can see more videos like my Dollar Tree DIYs, home hacks, and room makeovers. Now that Dollar Tree has this Dollar Tree Plus section, I find that they have multiple sizes of nutcrackers. I was able to find 3 different sizes. There was one that was $1.25, they had a $3 one, and a $5 one. So I got all 3 of them, and my goal was to spray them all the same color. So to do that, I had to remove any pieces like their hair or anything that wasn't going to spray paint well. Next, I spray painted them with a gold antique color. I ended up having to do 3 coats on all of the nutcrackers just to make sure I got every single area so they all looked uniform. I think these look so great in a line together. Let me know what you think of these nutcrackers. Now, if you do like the gingerbread items, be on the lookout for this soap container. I saw it the last time I was shopping at Dollar Tree. It's $3, so cute. I have it sitting out in my kitchen right now and I absolutely love it. I have a cute ornament DIY that you could do with your kids or grandkids. It's really easy to do. You're just gonna need a few ingredients. You're gonna need baking soda, cornstarch, and water. So you're gonna need a pan. I'm using what I call my candle pan, which is what I use to heat up all of my wax for making candles. I'm gonna add in 2 cups of baking soda to my pan, 1 cup of cornstarch, and 1 1/4 cup of water. So you wanna mix everything well on medium heat. You wanna keep stirring it up until it thickens to about a dough consistency. Once it's at that consistency, you wanna remove it onto an area where you can roll it out. I put mine on some parchment paper, and put your dough down and let it cool for about 20 minutes. Once your dough is cool, you can come back in and roll it out. So just use a regular rolling pin and roll it out. Now for the fun part, you can use cookie cutters to cut out fun shapes. I did a gingerbread, of course, and this cute little mitten. Now to create the hole at the top, what you're gonna use is a straw. So take a straw and make a little hole at the top. These were so easy to cut out, and all you wanna do is let them sit out on a pan, drying for 24 hours. Once they're dry, they're completely ready to go. You can add string to them and add them to your tree. Now, if you wanted to take these even a step farther, you could paint them. So I think these would be fun to add watercolors or any of your acrylic paints. When I was shopping at Dollar Tree, I found these nutcracker candles. They came in 3 different colors. There was a green, a cream, and a red. I went ahead and got the green and cream. I wanted to show you how I styled them with my other nutcrackers in my house. I love the look of candy cane, and I wanted to try to recreate that look with these tea lights. So you're just going to need a couple of packs of tea lights at Dollar Tree. You're also going to need some washi tape. I bought this on Amazon. I will link it for you down below. What you're gonna do is place the washi tape onto your candle. And then I went through and cut an angle because I want it to kind of be at an angle all the way around. And then after I cut it at an angle, I removed the tape and put it back on so that the top edge met the top of my tape. And then I cut off the excess at the bottom. And I did this again around on my candle 3 more times. I wanted 4 pieces of washi tape on each of my candles. And I repeated this for all the candles. These look so great sitting out with like 6 to 10. It makes such a cute statement. I also think these would be great sitting out on your holiday table. I wanted to give you guys a quick DIY gift idea that you could do. Now, what you're gonna need for this are a pack of tea towels. You can buy these at most stores, and then you're also going to need some cookie cutters and some acrylic paint. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna fold out my tea towels. Next, I'm gonna be using my cookie cutters almost like stencils. So I'm gonna use red and green acrylic paint, and I'll put those out on a plate. And then I'm going to dip my cookie cutters into the plate, and then I'm going to place them onto my tea towel. Pull them straight up, dip it back in the paint, and put it back on my tea towel. I'll continue to do this all the way across. Now I created 4 different tea towels, and each time I tried something a little bit different. Maybe I did a couple of lines, maybe I did some that were red, some that were green. You can really have fun with this and make it your own. Now, if you wanted to give these as a set, you're just going to fold them up, place them on top of each other, and then get some large ribbon. Dollar Tree has out this red velvet ribbon right now. Tie it in a bow. It would be perfect for a hostess gift. Let me know down in the comments which of these DIYs was your favorite. I love knowing your opinion. And make sure you subscribe because I want to see you back here, and I'll see you in our next one. Bye.